Students, yesterday we have seen the fourth chapter, nutrition in living things, living organisms. In this chapter, we have seen that what is the nutrition. Then this is the nutrition food chain. The producer, primary, secondary, and tertiary, the apex and decomposers. This is the nutrition chain. Then the tree diagram, the main points we have seen that the nutrition of plants and animals. First, in plant, autotrophic and heterotrophic, and mainly heterotrophic mainly are four parts: symbiotic, parasitic, and insectives, and sapropatic. Then first is the autotrophic nutrition in plants. We studied yesterday the photosynthesis process, the autotrophic nutrition. Some organisms can produce their own food and thus nourishes themselves. This is called as autotrophic nutrition. And the photosynthesis process, with the help of sunlight and chlorophyll, the plants make their own food in their leaves using the water and nutrients from the soil and the carbon dioxide from the air and release the oxygen in the air. This process is called as photosynthesis. This is the figure of the photosynthesis. Next, we see the next topic, the transport system in plants. How this system is work in these plants. First, little activities there. Take a pumpkin stem having 2 or 3 leaves. Cut it under the water with a sharp blade. Take some water in a conical flask and add the 7 to 8 drops of inks to it. Put the pumpkin stem vertically in that flask. Observe the changes that takes place in it and discuss them. काय केलेलं आहे तर भोपळ्याच्या वेलाच्या 2-3 पानं घेतलेले आहेत. 2-3 पानाचा त्याचा तुकडा घेतलेला आहे आणि त्याच्या खोडाचा भाग हा चाकूनं कापला आणि तो पाण्याखाली ठेवला. एका चंचुपात्रामध्ये थोडं पाणी घेतलंय आणि त्यामध्ये शाईची 7-8 थेंब टाकले आणि वेल उभा ठेवलाय. मग आपल्याला काय दिसून येईल तर जे काही बदल होतात ते आपण बघूया. We said that in this system of plants it consists of xylem and phloem. There are 2 parts. The xylem transport the minerals and water from the root to all aerial parts of the plant. आपल्या जसं शरीरामध्ये 2 प्रकारच्या वाहिन्या असतात, एक धमन्या आणि शिरा. तसंच वनस्पतीमध्ये सुद्धा 2 प्रकारच्या वाहिन्या असतात. मग एक म्हणजे जलवाहिनी म्हणजे झैलम आणि रसवाहिनी म्हणजे फ्लोएम. अशा 2 स्वरूपात ते वहन करत असतात. ज्या प्रकारे आपल्या शरीरामध्ये प्राण्यांच्या शरीरामध्ये शिरा आणि धमन्या असतात. मग झैलम ट्रान्सपोर्ट द मिनरल्स अँड वॉटर फ्रॉम द रूट. झैलम नावाचे म्हणजे जलवाहिन्या काय करत असतात तर मुळाकडून पाणी हे पाणी व क्षार वनस्पतींच्या वरील सर्व भागांपर्यंत पोचवतात. वरील सर्व भागांकडे म्हणजे कुठं खोड, पाने आणि वरच्या टोकापर्यंत ते पाणी आणि क्षार पोचवतात. तर फ्लोएम काय करतात, द फ्लोएम ट्रान्सपोर्ट्स द फूड like glucose from the leaves to other parts of the plant where it is either consumed or stored. म्हणजेच रसवाहिन्या मी आधीच सांगितले. फ्लोएम म्हणजे काय, रसवाहिन्या काय करतात तर प्रकाश संश्लेषण पानामध्ये तयार झालेले जे काय अन्न आहे म्हणजेच शर्करा म्हणजेच ग्लुकोज हे वनस्पतींच्या इतर भागांकडे वापरण्यासाठी आणि ते साठवून ठेवण्यासाठी वाहून नेण्याचं काम करत असतात फ्लोएम म्हणजे रसवाहिन्या. Though the plants have the transport system, they do not have a separate digestive or excretory system. म्हणजेच अशा प्रकारची जी वहन व्यवस्था ती वनस्पतीमध्ये असली तरीही वनस्पतीमध्ये स्वतंत्र पंचसंस्था किंवा ऊर्जा संस्था नसते, जसे की आपल्या शरीरामध्ये स्वतंत्र संस्था आहेत, तसं वनस्पतीमध्ये नसतं ट्रान्सपोर्ट सिस्टीममध्ये. मग या फिगरमध्ये बघा, जे ब्ल्यू कलरचे जे ॲरो दिसतात ते आहेत झायलम, आणि जे पिंक कलरचे आहेत ते आहेत फ्लोएम. म्हणजेच ब्ल्यू कलरचे जे ॲरो आहे ते अप्पर साईडला जातात बघा. अप्पर साईडला म्हणजेच कुठे, तर लिव्हजमध्ये. लिव्हजमधून मुळांपासून जे काही पाणी आणि क्षार मिळतात ते वनस्पतींच्या सर्व भागापर्यंत पोहोचवण्याचं काम कोण करत असतं, तर झायलम करत असतात. आणि फ्लोएम काय करतात, तर वनस्पतीमध्ये वनस्पतींच्या पानामध्ये जे काय अन्न साठवलेलं आहे, जे काय अन्न तयार केलेलं आहे ते वनस्पतींच्या सगळ्या भागापर्यंत पोहोचवण्याचं किंवा साठवण्याचं काम हे फ्लोएम करत असतात. फ्लोएम कुठल्या कलरचे आहेत या फिगरमध्ये, पिंक कलरचे आहे. दिस इज द ट्रान्सपोर्ट सिस्टम इन प्लांट्स. सी, दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ xylem vessel and phloem vessel. This is the layers of xylem vessels and phloem vessels with name. मग ट्रान्सपोर्ट सिस्टीम कशावर अवलंबून आहे, तर झायलम आणि फ्लोएमवर अवलंबून असते. The next one, find out questions. What is the chemosynthesis in plants? Chemosynthesis is the process by which the food, means glucose, is made by the bacteria using the chemicals as the energy source rather than sunlight. म्हणजे इथे काय असतं, सनलाईट ॲबसेंट असते, तर बॅक्टेरिया हे प्रोसेस फूड म्हणजे अन्न तयार करण्याची प्रोसेस करत असतात. केमोसिंथेसिस ऑकर्स अराउंड द हायड्रोथर्मल वेंट्स अँड मिथेन सिप्स. यामध्ये हायड्रोथर्मल आणि मिथेन सिप्स असतात फ्रॉम द सन टू प्रोड्यूस द एनर्जी. म्हणजेच रासायनिक संश्लेषण क्रिया ही असते. रासायनिक संश्लेषण क्रियेमध्ये बॅक्टेरिया हे केमिकलच्या आधारे एनर्जी प्रोड्यूस करत असतात. अँड ऑल्दो व्हेअर इन डीप सी द सनलाईट इज प्रेझेंट इन. विच प्लांट्स यूज द केमोसिंथेसिस. ही रासायनिक संश्लेषण क्रिया कोणकोणत्या वनस्पतीमध्ये असते. algae, phytoplankton and some bacteria also perform the photosynthesis, but some are the autotrophs, produce the food through the process called as chemosynthesis rather than through the photosynthesis. The autotrophs that perform the chemosynthesis do not use the energy from the sun to produce food. मग कुठले असतील, तर algae, phytoplankton हे प्लांट्स आहेत ज्यांचे अन्न रासायनिक संश्लेषण क्रियेमार्फत तयार केले जाते. त्याला आपण म्हणतो ते आहेत प्लांट्स, algae आणि फायटोप्लॅन्क्टन अँड सम बॅक्टेरिया. ट्रान्सपोर्ट सिस्टीम ऑफ प्लांट्स हे समजण्यासाठी अजून एक छोटासा व्हिडिओ बघूया.
Good morning, children. Today we shall learn about the transportation system in the plants. We already know about the circulatory system in the animals, specifically in the human beings. When the doctor injects the medicine in the vein using an injection, the blood carries it to the place where the medicine is required. Thus, the blood carries food and oxygen to each organ through the blood vessels to keep it functioning in the animals. What about plants? How are food and water carried in the plants? The food is prepared by the leaves. How does the food prepared in the leaves reach all the parts of the plant? The minerals and the water absorbed by the roots need to reach the leaves where they can be used. So, the plants need transportation system too, just like the animals. There are many kinds of plants, from small herbs to huge trees. So, the transportation system in plants vary a little with the plant type, but the basic is the same in all types of plants. The food, water and minerals get carried through the pipe-like structure formed by the special tissues. And if you remember, tissues are a group of cells that perform a specific task. The water is the transport medium, that is, the water carries the minerals as the plants don't have blood like us. As we know, the roots absorb the water and the minerals from the soil, and the pipeline which is used to transport it to the leaves is made of special tissues called xylem. Now let us perform an experiment to understand the functioning of the xylem. Cut a herb with a white flower. Place the stem inside a beaker half filled with water. Now put a few drops of red ink in the water and stir it well. Keep it undisturbed and watch what happens the next day. The next day, you will see that the few red lines have appeared in the stem and the petals of the flower. Why? It is because the red water rose through the pipeline of xylem tissues in the stem to reach the flower. So we see the xylem tissue cells form a continuous network of channels to connect the roots to the leaves, to the stem and the branches. Thus, water is transported to the leaves. Now the question is, how the water rises up the xylem tissue, or how can the water from the roots reach even the leaves of the very tall trees? You know, the leaves release water. How? We already know the water evaporates through the stomata present on the surface of leaves by the process of transpiration. This evaporation of water from the leaves generate a suction pull or an upward pull, and the water rises from the xylem to make up for the lost water. So, the water absorbed through the roots feel an upward pull because of the loss of water in the leaves through the transpiration process. You know, this upward pull is just like the upward pull which will make the drink rise through the straw when we drink any juice or cola through the straw. Imagine you are drinking any juice or cola using a straw. When you suck the drink through the straw, the upper part of the liquid column enters your mouth, and more drink enters into the straw to make up for that empty place. And this is how we are able to drink using the straw. So now you know how the water rises up the xylem tissue. The xylem forms a continuous network of channels that connects the roots to the leaves through the stem and the branches, and thus transports water to the leaves. Now the question is, how do roots absorb water from the soil? To understand this, let us perform an experiment. Take a large potato and peel off its outer skin. Cut it into two halves. Now make a deep and hollow cavity in one half. Fill the half of the cavity with sugar solution and mark the level by a pin in the wall of the potato. Put the potato in a petri dish with little water. Keep it untouched for few hours. What do we see? The water level inside the potato cavity rises. How did this happen? The water traveled from one cell to the neighbor cell, and thus it entered the cavity inside the potato from the outside. You know, this is the same way in the plant. The water reaches the xylem from the root hair through other cells. The roots have the root hair. The root hair absorbs the water and mineral nutrients dissolved in the water as they are in the contact with the water present between the soil particles. For the very short distances, the water and the dissolved minerals can move from one cell to another and reach the xylem tissues of the roots from the soil. And how is the food transported to all the parts of the plants? Well, the food prepared by the leaves reaches all the parts of the plants through a pipeline made of special tissues which are called phloem. Just like the xylem tissue, the phloem tissue also forms a continuous pipeline to transport the food to all the parts of the plants. So now you know the xylem transports the water and minerals from the roots to the leaves, and the phloem transports the food from the leaves to all the other parts of the plants. That was all for now. Bye bye, children.
Students, there are two types of transport systems in plants, which are indicated by two colors, blue color and yellow color. The blue color indicates xylem and yellow color indicates phloem. Now we are going to see about xylem and phloem. Xylem. Xylem transports minerals and waters from the root to all aerial parts of the plant. And second, phloem. Phloem transports the food or glucose from the leaves to the other parts of plant, where it is either consumed or stored. Plants do not have a separate digestive or